We're live, everyone. Hey, everyone. It's Friday, and One Piece chapter dropped. It's 1071, and it's the last chapter of the year. Oh my gosh. And I'd just like to touch on a few things before I get started. So it's 4:15 a.m. right now here in Bangladesh. I am still not asleep. I haven't been able to go to sleep before 5 or 6 a.m. for almost the entirety of the last 2 weeks. Yeah, very busy, a lot going on, both in my academic life and also in my personal life. I'll reveal all of that hopefully soon, hopefully very soon. So this week especially, it's really tough, but I am not going to miss One Piece. Of course not. I would rather stay awake. I would rather not sleep a whole night rather than missing a One Piece chapter. So I am not spoiled on this chapter. I don't know anything that's going to happen, but um I saw somebody mention Garp, Monkey D, Garp. Like something is going to show Garp in action, or maybe some Garp lore, or maybe anything related to Garp. And if you don't know, I am a huge Garp stan. Oh my gosh, I hope those rumors are true, those leaks, that information that I heard, that I saw on the internet. Well, I didn't go out to look for them because I don't read spoilers. I don't go out of my way to read spoilers, but I am spoiled sometimes. I wouldn't call this a spoiler, but yeah, I just heard that Garp is gonna be in this chapter. All right, so let's get started. So it's the TCB scans if you want to follow along. I also know that OP scans a new website, so they also released the chapter as far as I know. I'm reading on the TCB scans site, and they put out a disclaimer. Let me read it out. We're putting out this low quality early version of chapter 1071 ahead of our usual release, since at this time of the year, of course, Christmas, holidays, it's unpredictable when high quality scans will be available. It could take a few days, which would be a long time to make people wait with spoilers already floating about. Right, so we normally get spoilers on Tuesdays. So, and TCB releases the chapter on Thursdays, even Fridays sometimes, late Fridays. I'm talking about the US time. In Bangladesh, they used to release the scans on Friday, 2 p.m. at noon. But recently they've been releasing them earlier, like about 12 hours or even earlier than that. So it says, hopefully you will be able to enjoy this version. In the meantime, the translation is just like normal, and the image quality will be updated later. All right, so the image quality is like just thinking of it. Just think of it watching anime in 480p or even 240p. I remember I used to watch wrestling. I'm a huge WWE fan. Um, so about 10 years ago, 9, 10 years ago, we didn't used to have broadband internet. We didn't have unlimited internet. We didn't have a plan, an unlimited internet plan. And so I used to watch in very low resolution. It reminds me of that. All right, so let's start the chapter. And as always, if you're in the chat, be sure to say hi. Oh, I just realized. Hey, Lucas, thanks for joining. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, you're really so supportive, man. Have you read the chapter? I assume you have already read the chapter. How is it? Is it good? No spoilers, of course. All right, so we start with Whoosh. Oh, we start with Kuma. So he used the pawpaw fruit on himself, and he is flying. And the narrator says something like Kuma's destiny. The narrator, of course, it's going to be Egghead. A hero's offensive. The chapter is titled A Hero's Offensive. Okay, so we do see a silhouette. Is that Egghead Island? I think it is, but I'm not sure. I can't make it out. No, it's not. So it's red port, the base of the red line. Okay, so a world government, um, like it's a port of the world government. It's called the red port because it's at the base of the red line. And Kuma is heading there, or is already there, and he just crashed into it. I don't know. Oh yeah, he did crash into it. Oh my gosh, he crashed into the red line. So Lucas, yeah. So you've read the chapter. It's great. Oh great. Red port is right below Marijua. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So Marijua is in the is at top of the is at the top of the red line, of course, and it's below, right below it is the red port. I think, yeah, I have read about it, but it didn't come to my mind at the very beginning that it's something familiar. So the people at red port, it's not only government officials there, I guess. There are also local people living. And I heard he fled the Holy Land. What's he doing here? So Kuma is out after colliding into the red line. Of course, he wasn't repaired um, completely. He's meant to be the celestial dragon's invincible slave, right? Oh, Kuma. I really like Kuma. He's one of my favorites. At least he's probably my favorite um, supernova. I mean, I have my favorite Shichibukai after Mihawk and, oh, actually, I have a lot of favorite Shichibukai. Mihawk, Boa, Dofi, Law. So, but Kuma is right up there. Section of the Northeast District. Wow, it moved. It's a former warlord of the sea. Bartholomew Kuma just appeared by the Bondola Gate. Deploy all available Marines to his location. Civilians, please be advised, he is extremely dangerous. Evacuate immediately. He's a man with no shred of humanity. He may serve the celestial dragons, but his current purpose and programming are unknown. Do not approach. So we get a lot of panel time to Kuma, and I do like the close-ups of Kuma's face. Like when Kuma was shown to be running and then falling down and then running, getting back up again and running again, like with Dragon and the others. It was really emotional for me. So we cut back to Egghead. So Kuma couldn't transport himself from where he was right to Egghead because of the red line, huh? Okay. But then, at Shabaudi, when Kuma pawed the Straw Hats, they didn't hit any red lines because they were, uh, because everyone was in paradise, right? The first part of the Grand Line. Is that why? Egghead, the island of the future, new world, locked down any and all possible escape routes for Vegapunk. Okay, so I suppose it's CP0 saying it. So Lucas says, I'm curious what is actually going on with Kuma. Yes, yeah. So I at first thought that it could be something related to the order given by Vegapunk. I forgot who the Vegapunk version was, but the Stellar Body was, but um, like he or she initiated the order to fight against CP0, right? And then people are also saying that it's not an order, but it's actually because of familial love for Bonnie, for his daughter. That's why he is like he's so, like, he doesn't listen to any reason, even though he's lost a lot of his humanity. Things like familial love, family affection, especially for Bonnie, that's maybe the reason. I don't know, but it's more interesting if it's because of an order, it's more logical that way. Destroy the ships if you need to. Yes, sir. Even with the Seraphim back under control, how are we meant to flush them out? This Frontier Dome is a real nuisance. It sure is a marvel. So we see Stussy, Sussy. Stussy is so sus. You're determined to ignore the Navy, aren't you, Lucci? I refuse to accept Straw Hat as an emperor. You're hopeless. Luffy, even after facing off against Gear 5th, Lucci is so proud. Oh my gosh. So Lucas says, now I think the red line was his destination, not a barrier. Oh, that's interesting, Lucas. Because I just took it for granted that he wanted to go above and beyond. Lucci taking the copium, Lucas says, yeah. Like a lot of One Piece theorists, like no matter how many pieces of evidence comes, they still try to make their own theories, right? And I'm not saying that I don't do that personally, but yeah. That's a lot of copium. The agents are attempting to block off all exits. They've probably taken care of the ships too, and Vega Force 01 can only fly on the island. Damn, the enemy is quite shrewd. Okay, so we cut back to the good guys, to the quote unquote good guys. And then Shaka is assessing the situation, and then we see, oh my gosh, York is eating again. How much can she eat? She's like Bonnie and Luffy. Perfect, that means we get to avenge Atlas. I'm raring to go. Lilith, why are you so excited to avenge, to quote unquote avenge Atlas? Like you seem like you're enjoying it. Oh no, they shouldn't even be able to get up here. So they won't let us get away without a fight. What's going on? Something fun? Eureka! I've just thought up a new invention. Wow. I reckon it's gonna be a real cutting edge piece of tech. Lilith, if all you've got in mind is another brainless attack, knock it off. Right. I agree with Shaka. I don't really like Lilith at all. Why can't we retaliate against these fools? They're after our necks. Fighting back isn't our objective. Ensuring the main body's escape is. As satellites, it's our duty to prioritize the stellar's safety above all else. We may be expendable, but you running off on a vendetta will only cause us more trouble. And look at Lilith. Oh my gosh, her eyes. That goody good, that goody good act of yours really gets on my nerves. That's too bad. And what's that? Oh. So that's Vegapunk's hands? That's arms? Oh my gosh, why is it so bendy? At first I thought it was something like a transponder snail or something, and then I realized that no, it's like Vegapunk's arms are like, oh my gosh, it's like stretching like Luffy. Still, I'm so sorry, Sentomaru. That only happened because you're so loyal. We still have another ally on this island we can call on, should we? Who are they talking about? What another ally? Hold your horses. Won't you be risking them too if we ask for help? They'd have nowhere left to hide if they're in the government's sights too. Are they talking about the Straw Hats? Be that as it may. Hello, I'm in a big pinch. Please save me, Quasar. He asked so shamelessly. Of course, I've always been prepared for this order. Oh my gosh. So who is that person? Is this someone new? Like the quasar he's been talking about? I thought it was just something that he adds at the end of his sentences, like Ulti adds Arinsu, right? I thought it was something like that. Wowza, looks like they're gonna help us. Okay, so the person okay, so escape should be easy as pie now. Oh my gosh, really? And then look at Vegapunk's, the old man Vegapunk's legs too. They are so stretchy, like they're so bendy. Oh my gosh. Is it because of the TCB scan's low quality? But I wouldn't think that would play a factor. I just thought that the resolution would not be as high. They didn't like redraw the whole thing, right? They just scanned it. So anyway, escape should be easy as pie now if we focus and make sure CP0 is kept busy, especially since the Stella has secured passage on the Straw Hat's ship. I'll take us to the port with Vega Force 01. I approve. Let's hurry. Who put you in charge? Well, folks, I'm all packed. Please take the 7 of us to your ship, Quasar. So then Vegapunk, he just teleported himself to the Straw Hats, right? As far as I can understand. 7, you're all coming? Wow, that sounds like a pain. I don't care so long as Lilith-chan tanks the Sanji, oh my gosh, Sanji. But have you seen York? You haven't seen York, right? Sanji hasn't. Hell yeah, I've voyaged with 7 faces of the world's best scientists. Okay, so when when Vegapunk told Luffy that he wants to go, like, get out of Egghead, I didn't think that he was meaning all of the Vegapunk bodies. So that's a surprise. Lab interior. Wait. Bonnie, hold up. That Vegapunk, to think he'd stoop to using bugs against me. That's what you're mad at. That was ancient history. It seems like it was like 10 chapters ago. So much has happened. Hey, I promised to get that old timer out of here in one piece, Luffy's saying. Don't beat him up. And then look at Chopper. Beep beep. Lavo Stratum. Frontier Dome defenses are now offline. Beep beep. The Frontier Dome is offline. What? Why? Who would disable it and for what purpose? And look at York. She is stuffed. She reminds me of Gluttony from Full Metal Alchemist. Is someone in the control room? No, our detectors aren't picking up anyone. That was sudden. If those deterrents are really down, this is a golden chance, Lucci. Wait, it might be a trap. Doesn't this malfunction sound a little too convenient? And Stussy is like, she's also confused, I guess. But then, if it's a trap, then why is Lilith? And I guess it's Pythagoras, right? And Pythagoras, why are they also, like, they are also clueless? It's probably not a trap. See, we've gotten this far and it's fine, right? Okay, so they're not getting zapped up as they're like using Skywalk. For this to happen with your life at stake, that the heavens have abandoned you, Vagabond. Isn't that the Straw Hat ship? Oh, they've reached the Sunny. Wow, there's a robot here too, so they've seen Vega Force 1, I guess. We've already taken care of all the ships down below. Now we've just gotta destroy this one. Leave it to me. Rangyaku, Tempest Kick, Sky Slicer. Oh. Is that Zoro? So Zoro was asleep. He heard a rustle and then shing. Oh my gosh, Zoro deflected or at least tanked the Rangyaku. Oh wow. And look at Zoro's shadow. Like the silhouettes, the way he is shown. Is that something normal? Like like Oda, did he intentionally draw Zoro like this just to add some effect, or is there something more going on? Like because of the side effect of the Shinigami situation, the Soul Reaper that came in Wano at the end of Wano. What the? Who the hell interrupted my nap? Oh my gosh. Zoro here looks exactly like his father, right? Like it's not his father, but Shimotsuku Ushimaru. Roronoa. Kaku is getting PTSD. Anime World says Zoro. Yes, Zoro is awesome. He's my third favorite. He's actually my second favorite character in One Piece. Lucas says Caribou is lurking around Egghead. He might have something to do with it. Yeah, you could be right. Because Who else would have done it? Because the Vegapunks don't know. The CP0, none of them know. Shaka, I've got the Frontier Dome back online. Okay, so who turned it offline the first? But the CP0 agents have already infiltrated. Damn, we were too late. They'll target the Straw Hat's ship. Zoro versus Kaku. Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite fights. It was the first fight where Zoro used Ashura, of course. Amazing. Indeed, they're already fighting a crew member that was guarding it. If we don't hurry and back him up, we'll lose our ride out of here. Really, really. I think Zoro can solo CP0 in my opinion. Well, no, I take it back because Lucci just went up against Luffy figure fifth, but I think Zoro can beat Lucci, but not solo all of CP0. Will you look at that? We get to go to war after all. Lilith is so happy that they're going to war. Oh my gosh. Then Sanji looks badass. Wow. Hey guys, Luffy. Huh? We're already leaving, but we just got here. Come on, let's not rush this. It's noisy out there. I want to stay too, but we can't help it since this is a government island. Frankie is smiling. We already bumped into that Rob Lucci guy, right? I know, but oh wait, you haven't seen Bonnie, have you? She's a pirate lady with long hair. So who is saying it? It's Luffy. Is Luffy saying it? Now that you mention it, where's Vegapunk? Robin has sweat. Yeah, stop it, Bonnie. We're in a rush here. I'll explain. Just hear me out. Shut up. Oh, so Bonnie is actually chasing Vegapunk. If this is the reason why Vegapunk gets caught, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like infighting like this for a silly reason. Can you turn my dad back to normal? Well, it's not a silly reason, of course, because Bonnie can't forgive Vegapunk for turning Kuma in this way, but still, I was thinking Bonnie was just pissed about the bugs. Yes or no? No, sorry, I just can't, but there's a reason for that. Somewhere in the waters of the world of the new world. Whoa. Isn't that fish bigger than normal? Wait, that's Garp's ship. That's Garp's ship, right? No. No, 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 no. That's Kid's ship. So I was thinking about um the dog, right? It's shaped like a dog, but then Kid's shape is also like that. So we see Killer. Kid, wake up, we're near land. Should we go look around? Are you really asking that? When have I ever passed on exploring an island? I know, but this island is probably the home of the giants, Elbaf. Ooh. Ooh wee. Wow. So we're finally going to Elbaf, and there's a lot of theories out there. Like especially one of the theories, I think it's Randy Troy, if I'm not mistaken, but he said that Kid is going to be the antagonist of Elbaf. Well, I don't necessarily think that's going to happen, but wow, Kid is going to Elbaf, and Law is fighting with Blackbeard. I really like that. Law and Kid are getting their own stories. So Lucas says, I think Vegapunk has a contingency plan for Kuma. Hmm. Yeah, because that otherwise he wouldn't have said something like, wait, let me read it again. He wouldn't have said something like, sorry, I just can't, but there's a reason for that. Maybe, maybe you're right, Lucas, but it could also be something like Kuma wanted to do it himself. He had a plan, and that's why Vegapunk can't turn him back. Or maybe, I don't know. Or it could also be that uh, the way Vegapunk said that, no, sorry, I just can't, but there's a reason for that. If it was the case that he couldn't turn Kuma back no matter what, if it that was the reason, then he wouldn't have said something like this, right? Hmm. There's probably another reason, not just because Vegapunk can't turn Kuma back to normal, but another reason. Lucas, you might be on to something. So we get to the almost the end of the chapter. We get to the G14 naval base. Okay. So we get to sword. All right. You're such a troublemaker, Vice Admiral Garp. Oh, there's Garp. Oh my gosh, yes. So we do see Garp's ship here, the dog. So that was foreshadowing what I just thought. We're about to head over to Egghead. We can't spare any of our men. So is Garp going to Egghead as well? Oh my gosh. Don't we like that doll? Bwahaha. This isn't a joke. You want to launch an offensive against an emperor? Have you cleared this with the top brass? That emperor is Garp's grandson. Ah, why would I? You've been in the Navy for how many decades with that attitude? Bwahaha. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Besides, I'm already here. Garp is already here. You're what? Helmeppo, get out here. Is it a pirate attack? What do they want with Helmeppo? Ah, that's Vice Admiral Garp's ship. Okay, but why is Garp going to Egghead but not saving Kobe from the Blackbeard pirates? I don't understand. Because here, Doll makes it seem like Garp just went there by himself without any orders, like not even made seemed it like not even did it seem it that way, but Doll actually confirmed it that Garb didn't have permission, but still he went out of his way. All right, Vice Admiral Garp. Well, I really wanted to see you. Kobe went and got captured by Blackbeard and he couldn't do anything to help. Quit whimpering, it's hard to watch. Just get on board already. We're gonna head to Hachinosu. Yes, to Hachinosu. Yes, that's what I was talking about. To Beehive Island, to Pirate Island. So him going to Egghead was suspicious, but now that this makes a lot of sense. He is actually heading to Hachinosu. Great. Let's beat the snot out of those pirates and save Captain Kobe. And then Hibari, she is also crying her eyes out. The hero of the Marines, Garp, Vice Admiral Garp. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Love this. So the way the last page of the chapter started, like it was said, we're about to head over to Egghead. And then Doll was telling Garp not to go into an offensive against an emperor. It made it seem like Garp was going for Luffy, and then I was so surprised. Why would he go after Luffy when Kobe is captured? Doesn't he know about Kobe? So he must have known about Kobe because it's in the newspapers too, right? So this makes a lot of sense. And Garp, oh my gosh, Garp is my third favorite character in One Piece. And I'm so happy. So happy that he is in the limelight again. Oh my gosh. Great chapter. Awesome chapter. So I'm going to end the stream soon. I just want to get a quick skim. Just want to skim the whole chapter in a few seconds. All right. So Lucas said that Kuma actually wanted to reach the red line. I see. It's interesting. But why? And he is looking up at the red line, right? Like this panel where he is just looking up at this, and he is looking quite high, quite up high, but he could just be looking at the symbol of the world government, or he could be looking at Marijua, right? But then if he was looking up at Marijua, why couldn't he just go there? Probably not Marijua, I don't know. Or maybe he wants to destroy the red line as well. I don't know. So some parts of the chapter felt a little bit slow, but I like it. I actually personally like a slow pace. But then at the end, oh my gosh, things got crazy so much. And Zoro versus Kaku, I also love that moment. And Zoro with those when he was just sleeping and then he He woke up for a bit by hearing a rustle and then shing. That was so badass. And then Kid heading to Elwef and Garp heading to. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Love this, love this, love this. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you so much for joining, everyone, whoever joined. And just like to plug my things before I end things. So what I do in this channel is that I live stream while reading the chapter every week whenever it drops. So this was a live stream, and I do it every single week when there's a chapter, of course, when there's break weeks. So I think of something different. For example, I also have a video series where I compare and also review both the anime episode and the manga chapter of that same week, and then draw out some connections if there are any, or at least I give a review of them. I also post One Piece theory discussions and also some One Piece related videos. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. Tata.